Wow, it's been a while since I had a content warning for this game.
Just some quick back of the napkin math. That's 10.95 stabbings per second.
I mean, it might get. I think that's a pretty accurate number for this episode.
Boss, maybe you realize by now, but there's no other way to say it. Quiet's gone. She pulled her camo stunt and stowed away on a departing chopper. After pinpointing which she took, we figured out her destination. Afghanistan. Get after her. Only you can do this.
Boss, I told you this would happen. I wish I could say good riddance, but Quiet knows too much about us. We can't just leave her out there. Remember what you told me when she first got here. One of these days, we're gonna have to kill her. When the time comes, I'll pull the trigger. I'd say that time has come.
This could full well be step one in the killing us plan, but...
Miller, I just told you that back then just to make you shut the hell up. Stop being pissed off for a second.
The R&D team's going to take over Emmerich's work. He may be gone, but it won't affect us one bit. We'll be able to deliver whatever you need just like before. You can depend on that. One other thing. I'm tracking his whereabouts. Nothing to report at the moment, though.
Let it go. He's gone. The guy's gone.
I know. I just want to be sure. Not like I'm losing sleep over this son of a bitch.
I like the idea that Huey was doing all of the R&D work up to this point, and everyone else he put on that strut was just like eating chips.
I want to thank you, Code Talker. Your pinpointing the cause of the vocal cord parasite's mutation enabled us to purge an enemy from Mother Base.
You mean that scientist?
Yeah, I was convinced he'd betrayed us, but I was wrong. He was never on our side to begin with. So ultimately, there was no traitor among us. And yet I made everyone distrustful with my talk of spies. The end result being men turning on each other in the laboratory.
You must not blame yourself. They were all infected with the mutated strain. The outcome would have been the same.
You know, we defeated Skullface, but it didn't lessen our pain. It's a pain we'll never be rid of. I see that now. But I thought I could burn it away. In the end, all I burned was our own men.
Infectious diseases, parasites. Without such foreign enemies, the immune system will start attacking the body, developing allergies and autoimmune diseases. The same is true of organizations.
You're right.
But I do not deserve to rebuke you. My desire to retaliate against the English language is what attracted me to the vocal cord parasites in the first place. Had it not been for that, I would never have been used by Skullface. We both allowed revenge to crawl into our minds and lay its eggs.
Sahelanthropus will unleash that thirst unto the future. How long are we going to be tormented by what he left behind?
There is no choice but to live with that pain. Be symbiotic with our vengeful nature. Whatever we do, we must not allow that thirst for revenge to control us.
Hint, hint. Are you getting this, Miller?
What? Are you telling me I could put revenge in my burgers to make them taste better?
Well, incidentally, yes. Hey, we're finally more than halfway through the game. Look at that.
51% completion! God, yeah, if you really want to go for 100% completion, it takes forever. I've never done it personally. I could not do it.
All right, time to get our girlfriend back.
Yep.
As if all that puddle jumping meant nothing.
Quiet. Quiet, where are you?
Their relationship reminds me of that line from Best in Show.
Oh.
We could talk or not talk for hours and still find things to not talk about. That's a good movie, Best in Show.
Oh. I haven't seen it, actually.
It's got Parker Posey flipping the fuck out for about 2 hours, so it's a good movie.
That sounds good, so yeah. Quiet, if you can hear me, just blink or something. The microphone of my binoculars are very sensitive.
If the intel team could just scrub through any intercepted communications for humming,
Yeah.
could probably get this done real quick.
Just hum in Morse code, Quiet. There are so many ways to communicate other than speaking.
It is a good thing she doesn't have the hum parasites, by the way.
Yeah.
Quiet should be around there somewhere.
Thanks, Ocelot.
I mean, there's a colored region on your map and everything. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Oh, so basically, now that we're pretty far into chapter 2, basically the recurring thing that happens at this point with all of the like sub-stories we've done up to now is just people kind of just
People just leaving.
leaving. Now we got Quiet
One
just
way or another.
Quiet just fucking leaving now. Oh, by the way, upgrade the balloons yet again. Even more balloons.
There's 5 balloons.
There's 5 balloons.
That's so many balloons.
It's the second best balloon aside from the wormhole.
Imagine what birthday night is on Mother Base now. You know, they hang those balloons up everywhere. The whole strut goes into the stratosphere.
Oh man, not again.
I mean, I do enjoy how the structure, I guess, of Act 2 really leans into, you know, the sort of theme of war as busy work. You know, you just
Yeah.
keep doing the same things over and over again with a certain amount of variation in order to make finality happen. I'm just looking for closure. I'm looking for an ending that is a real ending, and it never comes.
Yep.
You just are in the cycle.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes for great web content, but like as a theme, it's good.
Yeah. And there's definitely, by the point we truly finally reach the end of this game, there will be another, like, theme to discuss, I guess, that is both totally feels intentional, but also feels unintentional. I don't know, man. It's just at one point I'm just like, yeah, I get that, it works, and the other time I'm just like, no, that's bullshit, fuck that. So look forward to that in several episodes.
Intel files lying around. Boss, we've gone over the prisoner transport log you found. Quiet was grabbed by the Soviets and moved to Lamar Khatte Palace. She's being held at Lamar Khatte Palace. Make your way there. They lost a lot of men to her. Can't blame them for wanting payback. But why did she just let herself get captured?
I think it is time you knew. Quiet was carrying vocal cord parasites. The English strain, to be precise. The third English pair. Skullface was using her as a vector, an ace in the hole if his assassination plan failed. I knew it, but Quiet chose not to speak. She told me the situation in Navajo, the only language to which the parasites do not react. If you found out, she could not remain among you. And yet, she refused the Wolbachia treatment. Why? Because part of her still wanted revenge. In order to stay here, she took a vow of eternal silence. But then, that sudden mutation showed this was not enough. As long as the parasites were inside her, she could not predict what might happen.
And that's why she took off? Sacrificing herself to make sure the English strain died with her?
Maybe. Or maybe she only wants to infect the world. Whatever her plan, we can't let her go free. The vocal cord parasites are the last of Skullface's legacy. It's up to us to erase it. Boss, the targets are Quiet and the English strain she's carrying. Your objective is to extract her. But if worst comes to worst, she may have to be eliminated. Both her and the parasites.
We don't know for sure what Quiet's up to, but we need to secure her ASAP. She's being held at Lamar Hate Palace. Make your way there.
This all would be stronger if it was coming from Quiet.
I know.
And like, it can't because she's Quiet.
Yeah.
But like, this all makes sense, but I don't know how much faith to put in the words of a guy who had one conversation with her.
So this is probably the hardest fight in the game. Especially if you come in unprepared. Because, yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm going to sneak in and rescue Quiet or something. You bring all your stealth gear, and then you're completely surrounded by, like, 20 tanks. Like, yeah, Quiet gives you a rocket launcher, but it's something like a rank 2 rocket launcher, which does not do much damage to endgame tanks.
Yeah, maybe that's how they did it. They brought 10 tanks.
Yeah.
Saw that she can't deal with one tank too bad, so okay.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing 20 because there's 2 of you.
So yeah, we switched to Venom Snake, and this is going to be the big fight where we get to use the armor parasites with the parasite suit.
Hell yes. Very excited to see you become so stony.
We've upgraded all the parasites to their maximum, so now we get to carry something like a max of 6 or 8 parasites, and each parasite gives you armor for a full minute.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, we're like 99% invulnerable now. Like, it takes a lot of damage to do anything to you.
Look at you.
Yeah, it's cool. The rock parasites are cool.
You look like the Thing, but like you rolled around in ink and went on a diet.
Aw, the thing slimmed up.
He's trained for the Yancey Street Marathon.
But yeah, there is also the additional objective. You have to make sure you have to keep Quiet safe. She stays on the roof of that building sniping at people for you. But yeah, they will, if the tanks get close enough, they will gun right for her instead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't have the armor parasites, or they're just not upgraded enough, because it kind of does take a lot of resources to get them to the highest rank, one of the better strategies around is to actually hide in one specific part of the roof of the building where pretty much no one can really shoot at you. They just can't quite get you most of the time. Once you get a hang of this fight, it's kind of fun because it's kind of the biggest blow shit up action thing. But on a first playthrough, it's kind of frustrating because the tanks will kill you in one shot. If the shell makes direct contact with you, you're dead.
That's pretty realistic, I have to say.
Yeah. And even like the big combat armor suit only does so much against these tanks, so.
There is no grenade launcher with a better sound than the Uncharted grenade launcher.
Yeah, the thump is still really good.
That's so disappointing. Like, look at how far, like, fidelity has come in video games graphically, but we can't recreate that one sound. We can't even match it, let alone improve.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to sound design like that, you just gotta have somebody in the studio real passionate for that sound effect. And clearly, Kojima Productions did not have anyone who cared about that. Whoops.
I want to pretend that was Amy Hennig, like, personally.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also just like when you have so many sounds you gotta do shit for in a game. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at some point it's just like, oh, we gotta do like grenade launcher number 8. Fuck it, we're just gonna get a stock sound effect. I gotta spray myself.
Oh, what a noise.
Yeah.
Oh, what a noise.
Yeah, I've just never really shown off too much of the taking care of injuries if you get really hurt, but
So, that's what it looks like in Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
They just never show it.
In Ground Zeroes, basically the only animation you had for curing really bad injuries was just that animation of pulling out the spray. Now, it's a shame I had the parasite suit on, because when the camera... Whoa. when the camera zooms in on Snake's face when he's spraying himself, he's gritting his teeth extremely hard while the camera zooms in and out.
That's, yeah.
And it's a really funny face. Yeah, we've seen a couple of the other Cure animations in this game. It's always just resetting broken bones and ugh.
Now, how... If Solid Snake, if Big Boss were to have his dick stabbed off, what would the Cure animation look like?
Oh, man. Fuck.
He would still make that exact noise, I'm sure of that.
Well, hopefully there's some type of special parasite code talker is made that lets you grow your dick back.
Ah, yes, yes. The Barry White parasite to trigger copulation.
It's Biomort blood. Or whatever it was called. It's Raiden's blood. From the future. Yep, Hotline know what helicopters are by this point. Yeah, and he's dead.
Airborne enemy approaching without much control over the angle of approach. I don't know. I want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, just watch out, boss.
There is something about the day-night cycle, or like, it really underscores you've been in this battle all day, right?
Yeah.
The sun has set in the time it's taken you to defend yourself against all these reinforcements.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's a cool fight. And also, yeah, you never have to call in supply drops yourself because Quiet will always plant another supply call when you run out of ammo for like even just one gun. Which also means I never ever run out of parasites. Granted, if you wanted to have this many parasites available for you, you would have had to have done a decent amount of grinding of the couple of missions where the skulls are. But again, to save myself time, I just used Cheat Engine and I gave myself like 500 parasites.
Quiet. We're gonna have company. No water, no sun. Don't you dry up on me.
your area. Watch out. Don't let them find you. Boss!
Yeah, so at this point you got no equipment. You can't use like night vision goggles to see through here or anything. There aren't too many guys like going through here though, so it's very hard, honestly, to get caught.
Vapor Snake would at least have the squirt gun.
He would. And that's how you keep Quiet alive.
It's the most powerful weapon in the game if you know how to use it.
Just give her a spritz every 30 seconds or so. She'll be fine. Sorry you're getting sandblasted though, Quiet. That probably hurts.
Why do you think her tights are so ripped up?
Oh, yeah.
It's all the sand.
Couldn't have R&D at least developed her a new pair of tights? Look, we'll make it porous so you can still breathe through them. Just fuck.
Diamond Dogs invented yoga pants in 1984.
My God.
Such powerful technology had to be suppressed by the Patriots.
It's not even the 90s yet. No one should be horny for butts yet. It's not in our plan. Gotta
Sir
wait.
Mix-a-Lot was a scion.
Lahat ani seda. Snifo.
Ahab, I can't copy your transmission. Repeat.
Tisho. Tisho. Lahat ani tatsa.
Again, I cannot copy. Can you repeat in English? This is Pequod. Ahab! Ahab, do you copy? Do you understand English? Hey! Do you copy? We can't stick around any longer. We have zero visibility. We're gonna have to pull back. Cutting transmission.
The boss is with me.
Ahab? Wait, who is this? Identify yourself.
There's no time. Hurry!
Where are you? What is your location?
No, you're moving away from us. Circle back to your 8 o'clock.
Copy that. Guide me to your location.
Proceed to your 10 o'clock.
Understood.
Come back towards your 1 o'clock.
Copy. 1 o'clock.
Shift slightly to your left. Now proceed straight. 1.5 miles. Slide right. A little more. Yes, there you go. 1 more mile. Strong winds approaching. Quick, adjust to your right. Left. A little left. Yes. Now hold your position and proceed straight. Half a mile to go. Pequod, I can see you. I have a visual.
There you are, Ahab. Visual confirmed.
Pequod, hurry! This way.
You're... I didn't know you could be so talkative, Quiet.
The boss is here. Hurry, Pequod. Please.
Boss. Boss! I gave you an antivenom.
Where's Quiet?
We've gotta go. Let's go, boys.
I did not choose to be quiet. I wanted to express my feelings to you. If only we shared a common tongue.
Vengeance was what drove me to them. The only language left to me, revenge. But the words we shared, no, that was no language at all. That is why I chose the language of gratitude instead and go back to silence. I am quiet. I am the absence of words.
The results of Quiet scans? Yes, as I suspected. Her entire body underwent parasite therapy. The parasites compensated for her burnt epidermis and provide her blood with oxygen through cutaneous respiration instead of pulmonary respiration. In addition, they replaced the digestive organs she lost, and she receives carbohydrates through photosynthesis. Was Skullface responsible? There is no other possibility. Skullface ordered Quiet to assassinate Snake, only she got set on fire instead when he woke up in that hospital. But then Skullface revived Quiet through his parasite therapy, at the same time infecting her with the English strain. That way, even if the assassination failed again, she could still kill all of us just by coming here. That was the third English mating pair. Correction,
The first and only English pair to be carried by a person.
So either because she wanted to get even with Snake, or because she was working for Skullface, Quiet approached Snake again.
Though in the end, for whatever reason, she did not complete her objective. Some change of heart, perhaps. We want to hear it from her.